We back with another one. We in the building. Yeah, shout out my dog Alex, man. He be on it, man. Shout out to everybody in the stream, man. Yes, sir. Talik in the building. Hey, we got Denmark in the building. Damn. Damn. We in the building. What it do, Tank? What it do? Woke TV in the building. What's up, my baby? We in the building. Inkster in the building. Shout out to Inkster in the building. Denver, okay. Okay. Man, come on, man. Rhode Island. London in the building. Man, come on, man. We got Flint, Broward. All right, come on, man. We got to get into it, man. Y'all finna get me carried away. All right. It's almost Friday. You feel me? So don't even trip. But right now, we gonna talk about what happened to DMX. Right? Now, this was a very interesting case right here. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, as we see all the time in this industry, we know the game that these people play. So, as soon as they come in, things are being organized behind the scenes. The way they leave out is always synchronized by their stage name. It's always synchronized with their real name, and it's always linked to their birthday. That's how these stories are being generated about these rappers when they get rid of them, when they dispose of them. Right? So DMX, he first, before he passed away, actually, he was first hospitalized after suffering an overdose. So this started the killing. This overdose began the killing of DMX, right? With DMX and overdose both equaling 41 and 40. Now, more importantly, the number 41. Now, the day he passed away, which was April 9th, equals 179 in Latin, and 179 happens to be the 41st prime number. So you have to pay attention to these prime numbers as well. These prime numbers are very important. Prime numbers are very special because prime numbers are the only, they're numbers that can only go into themselves and the number one. So prime numbers are very important. That's why in Transformers, the most important Autobot was Optimus Prime. That was a weird. You see how I did that right there? That was a crazy connection right there. But no, prime numbers for real. They're very important. Right? So you have to trickle these numbers down. It's almost like doing fractions. You break these numbers down and you simplify them. And you're gonna get the connections. Now come on. Now once we break down 41 even deeper, we get the 13th prime number. Just like DMX equals 13 in reverse full reduction. Now, this is the practice of Gematria, turning letters into their numerical value. And this is exactly how they're taking these celebrities off of the world stage. It's all in unison. The world is ran by numbers. They know that numbers is the way that the Most High speaks to us. You tend to see angel numbers throughout your day. You might see 111, 333, 444. Those are angel numbers. That is the way that the Most High speaks to you. But you gotta understand that the industry has a thing for trying to duplicate everything that the Most High does. That's why everything that goes in and out of the industry is going by numbers. And they're being manipulated to be that way. But come on. Right, with the number 13, even the day that he passed away, breaking down that date numerology. April 9th, 4 plus 9 equals 13 as well. Just like DMX equals 13. All of these people, man, it's like they waiting in the DMV. You know, they as soon as they get into the industry, they grab a ticket and they wait in line. Some people get called before others. Some people die when they 85. Some people die when they 99. Some people die when they 22. It's just it's just the way that it happens. Everybody not gonna die on the same age. Everybody number not gonna get called at the same time. But best believe they all in line. But come on. Continuing with the number 13, the day that DMX was born, December 18th, left 13 days left in the year. So like I said, they take these people's birthdays, everything about them, and the rest of the story is being constructed. So when they speak out, when they go against whatever the case may be, when it's time to write them out of the story, when it's time to write them off the show, this is how it goes. Right? The day that DMX passed away was April 9th, or in other words, the 9th of April, 9/4. Just like how he was found dead on 9/4, dead equals 94 in the English language in reverse, and see with DMX and dead synchronizing together with the number 14. Right, also with the number 94, right? Dead on 9/4 in White Plains, New York. This is where he passed away at. White Plains, New York equals 94 as well. This was all a part of the ritual. Didn't he say on Drink Champs that his days was numbered? That's crazy. That's interesting that all these rappers are always on Drink Champs before they pass away. That's weird. But come on. Now, once again, White Plains, New York equals 247 in the English language forwards. Now, if we break 247 down, we get the 13th pentagonal number. DMX equals 13. So we go back to the 13. We get right back to the 13 with his day of death and his place of death. Everything is strategic. Now, DMX equals 40, right? You taking each cipher in the English language. You break his stage name down in each cipher. In each cipher, it means something. DMX equals 40 in the English language in reverse, right? After he suffered an overdose. That's how he got hospitalized. That's how they, that's the story. Right? Overdose equals 40. Then they revealed that the cause of death was due to cocaine, right? A cocaine induced heart attack. Cocaine also equals 40 in the reverse full reduction. Now, cocaine is interesting, the cause of death, because he died at the age of 50 when cocaine equals 50. See, all these things that they tell you are revolved around the person. So they're going to tell you something that revolves around this character. That's the way that it has to go. So he died from a cocaine-induced heart attack. Cocaine equals 50. He died at the age of 50. What brought him into the hospital in the first place, they said overdose. When overdose synchronizes with bullshit. Right? 113. 113. And it's funny that we talking about this. The current date today is November 3rd, 11/3. I swear I did not plan that. I did not plan that. But come on. Let's dive deeper. Right? Bullshit and overdose. All these words that pertain to his situation equal 103 in English ordinal. Now 103 happens to be the 27th prime number when ritual and where he passed away at, White Plains, New York, equals 2727 in Latin. Right. Using his old habits against him to fool the public of an apparent hit. And then what's so crazy, did I show that DMX equal 14? Now, if you look up DMX, his bio, it says that he first got addicted to cocaine at the age of 14, right? When DMX equals 14. So they use the same thing revolving around a story. And it's the same way they take them out. So you don't think twice about it. Like, oh, that sounds right. Yeah, cocaine. Yeah, they say, I mean, he did say that he dealt with that. So it makes sense. It adds up. And nobody questions it. And everybody moves on with their life. Right? Now, DMX, once again, with the word ritual. Ritual linking up with the place that he passed away in. Also, ritual with his stage name. DMX 41, Overdose 41, and Ritual 410. When we know numerology rules, you drop the 0. So it's synchronicities all over the place with this word ritual. Now, this is where it's about to get real interesting. Now, ritual also equals 81, forwards and backwards. Now, 81 is the 9th square root, right? The square root of 81 is 9. Now, it's interesting that he passed away on the 99th day of the year, which was April 9th, on a Friday, which also equals 99 in reverse. Prince Philip also died on this exact same day that DMX died at the age of 99. These are rituals that's happening in front of you. I hope that y'all understanding that. Everybody's being taken out in unison. On the 99th day of the year, which was a Friday, which equals 99, DMX dies this day, and on the same exact day, Prince Philip dies at the age of 99. Betty White died at the age of 99, 99 days before Prince Philip's death anniversary. It's all connected. All these people, it doesn't matter if they in Hollywood and they die at 105. It's going to still be by the numbers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old these people are. They number going to get called too. They got a specific number. But come on. The number of completion. This is why. This is why you see the number 9s all the time in these rituals. It's the number of completion in numerology. The number 9 represents completion, but not finality. think of it more in a cyclical sense. It's about the ending of one cycle and the potential it creates for another cycle to begin. The 9 in numerology acts as an usher in this process of transition or transformation. Key word here is completion. Now, it's interesting that if we take the word completion, it also applies to this situation with the number 50 and the number 49, as DMX passed away on 4/9 at the age of 50 years old. Completion. This was the ritual of completion. He died with the number 9 of completion on the 99th day of the year. This was a ritual. This was a ritual. And yes, even 50 plus 49 equals 99. Also, the other DMX was known professionally as DMX, which was short for Dark Man X, when Dark Man X also equals 49, the same day he passed away on 4/9. Now, the album that came out after DMX passed away, this came out 49 days later. Everything that happens before they pass away, after they pass away, is still part of the ritual. Now, the day that this came out, right, Exodus, the day that this came out was the 148th day of the year, just like completion, once again, 49 and 148. These are no mistakes. These are no mistakes. Now, if we break down the day that DMX was born, we break down his date numerology, December 18th, and then we separate the year, 19 plus 70. We get the number 119. Now, once again, the day that this album dropped is not by accident, because the day that this album dropped, right, 119, it came out 1 month and 19 days after DMX passed away. Completion. It's all about completing the ritual. The funeral is a part of it. The things they drop after is a part of it. The things they drop before is a part of it. Now let's talk about the number for dishonesty. The number 113, right? Green screen, broadcasting, mainstream, perjury, not factual, not true, dishonest, divorce, bullshit, politics, which is funny because today is November 3rd. But if y'all remember, when Joe Biden got elected, right, the day that everybody voted was November 3rd of 2020. Politics. Bullshit. Illusions, disinfo, fiction, not honest, and the overdose that DMX was involved in. The overdose equals 113 as well. And check this out. DMX passed away on the 113th day of his age. Bullshit. Bullshit. They're lying. The stories they're telling you are fabricated. They're just getting the character off of the stage. Now, who knows if he actually died this day? Maybe he died later. But due to the things that he was saying, due to the, the character, it's time to write the character. It's the same way as watching a movie. You watch a movie, the character gets shot up. But then when the director says cut, that person gets up. and everybody claps. That was a good show. And they take a bow and the curtain closes and you never see that person again. So who knows if he actually passed away on this day? But I'm seeing the story that they're saying, man, is bullshit. What they're telling you about what happened to him is bullshit. We'll never see him again. So we'll never know. He'll never come up and we'll be like, oh, there's DMX. And it's going to go worldwide and CNN going to post it. Newsflash, everybody. DMX actually isn't dead. It's not going to happen. Not with any celebrity. Once they write that person off, you're never going to see him again. But come on. Now, breaking this down, right? The number 113. Even breaking it down further. 113 is the 30th prime number. As his last name, Simmons. And it's interesting that it synchronized with the N word, right? 102, 30, and 42. Now check this out. Yes, he was a part of a shaman ritual. He was a part of a mockery. The specific day that he died was based off of mockery, right? Because we have the name Simmons, right, equals 42, along with the N word equaling 42. Now, what's interesting is if we take, if we take his birthday, right, December 18th, the day he was born, 12 plus 18 also equals 30, right? Just like Simmons and the N word. But more interesting, right, with the number 42, his lifespan was exactly, he was on this earth for exactly 2,625 weeks, not a day after, not a day shorter. Now, 2,625 is the 42nd pentagonal number. Once again, just like the N word in Simmons. So it's these very specific days, man. It's these very specific days. Right. Once again, he passed away, they say, due to a cocaine induced, right? Cocaine and Dark Man X, right? Both synchronized with 32 in full reduction. Cocaine, once again, the cause of death. 139 in the English language in reverse. 139 is the 34th prime number. Now, if we look at the date numerology behind his death, the month plus the day plus the year. April 9th, the year 21, we get 34. Just like murder and rapper. It's all synchronized by the numbers. Right? With cocaine, they said he died due to a cocaine-induced heart attack. 34th prime on 34 date numerology. Murder by numbers. Right? Now also 43, right? Even if we write April 9th, the day that DMX passed away, April 9th is synchronized with killing, and then we get the reflections of 38 and 34, right? 34 is the reflection of 43. Right? But the 14th prime number. 14th prime number. Just like dead in DMX. So DMX dead on April 19th, the killing of a rapper. And it's all synchronized. It all goes hand in hand. I challenge anybody to name one pop star that has ever been killed. Shit, Michael Jackson. But come on. 253, right? DMX passed away 253 days before his birthday. Now 253 is the 22nd triangular number. You always got to break these numbers down. You always got to break them down. Dead equals 22. Now it's interesting that dead equals 22 because he died exactly 22 years after his debut album. His debut album, that's when they grabbed their ticket. When they dropped their first album, that's when they grabbed their ticket. That's when it starts. When they dropped their first album. Y'all gotta watch the movie Wanted. Wanted by Morgan Freeman. And they show you it's an algorithm. It's an algorithm that lets them know who needs to be killed, who comes up next. Yeah, Morgan Freeman and Angelina Jolie. Yeah, and peep how he's in the Red Room in his very first album. In the Red Room. That's linked to Murder. Murder was all over even his first project that he dropped. And he also took a picture with real, and everyone, even in the industry, it's a Vlad TV interview that it's real goat blood that they covered DMX bodies with in that other album that he did. The Blood Oath, the Blood Ritual. And he ended up being the blood sacrifice. Because if we pay attention to DMX's career, nobody died around him. DMX was the sacrifice. Remember, when you take this picture in this Red Room, it's either going to be you or somebody around you that's going to be the sacrifice. But it ended up being DMX. But come on. Once again, 253. Now look at the reflection. He died 253 days before his birthday, which was on the 352nd day of the year. Look at the reflections. You can't make this up, man. Mirrors is a very telling movie. I gotta watch Mirrors. I gotta watch that too. That's on my list. Yep. And he said it himself. I sold my soul to the devil. The price was cheap. And then y'all seen where he was on the stage talking to, it was like poetry he was doing, where he was talking about the industry. Niggas died to get into the industry. I forgot how he said it, but just to find out they don't fit in. Yeah. Niggas dying to get in just to find out they don't fit in. But it's interesting that he died before his 51st birthday, which would have been on December 18th, the year 21. This was his upcoming birthday that he died right before. He didn't get to see it. But it's interesting that he would have been 51, and even the date numerology on that day equals 51. That was what was interesting. So why was he locked up so many times? That was probably that was probably them getting ready to tarnish his character. The same way they did Cat Williams before he got back in line. You remember when Cat Williams was speaking out all the time? And then they kept locking Cat Williams up? They're getting ready to kill you. They're defaming your character. Yeah, they're trying to break you. They're trying to make you look crazy in front of the world. They're trying to defame your character. So nothing you say, nobody takes serious. They gotta change people's perception of you. So they gotta keep throwing you in jail. Yeah, buck breaking, giving warnings, all those things. But Cat Williams got back in line. You see him begging. You see him with the praying hands begging, saying, thank you so much. And he got a new Netflix special. And I think it was called World War III. What the hell type of shit is that? What type of name is that for a comedy special? But yeah, that's why they did DMX the way he did. The way they did. But come on, man. Killing equals 115 in reverse. Going back to his debut album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, equals 115 as well. Killing was all over this album. It was all over it from the beginning, from the time that he stepped in. From the time that he stepped in to the day that he left. It was all orchestrated by the numbers. 115. He dropped it on 115 date numerology. Break it down to date. Even once again, the other date numerologies, right? 44 and 17, just like Kill. 44 and 17. Even It's Dark and Hell is Hot. 83, just like Murder. Death was all around this album. It's almost as if they cursed it. But come on. He died exactly 22 years and 332 days after this album was dropped. Just like Blood Sacrifice equals 332. Also, he also passed away on the third month, the third week, and the second day of his age. Just like, once again, Blood Sacrifice. Also with Blood Sacrifice equals 86. Just like Darkman 86. Darkman X got 86 off of the world stage. So who knows, man? Who knows? Was this real person involved in the ritual? But we can see that this was involved by the numbers. It's no denying it. I'm sick as hell. I ain't even finna pull that up. But yeah, I can conclude, man, that this was definitely a blood sacrifice. Like I said, whether these people are really dying or not, they're definitely being taken away from the world's view, right, by the numbers. I've never seen this man. I've never seen him in the street, so I can't attest to him being alive. So I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I can't sit here and confidently say that he actually got killed. I can't confidently say that he faked it. I know Tupac for sure faked it. I know he for sure faked it without a doubt. Because he left signs that he would fake it. Now if DMX got something that he done said in the past, that he alluded to it being fake, then okay, cool. All right, we can roll with that then. Like if he left clues, Tupac left clues. Tupac left clues that his death was fake. With him changing the moniker to Machiavelli. So do Tupac. Y'all did Tupac. Oh yeah. So just so y'all know, YouTube has updated their interface. So it looks like I'm not posting. If you go on my page and you click videos, it looks like I'm not posting anything. It's because most of the things that I do on here are lives. They're live streams. I live stream more than I actually post like pre-recorded videos. So you got to click the live section. I hate how they did that. But yeah, if you're looking for something, check the videos and check the live section. because I got videos in both sections. So that's all we got for this, man. Hope y'all have a great Thursday, man. Yeah, these musicians are definitely lower level Masons. But yeah, we definitely gonna come back, chop it up tomorrow, Friday night stream. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay vigilant, out the way, do what y'all gotta do. Drink y'all water, get y'all some sun. Y'all see it's getting colder. So y'all know it's gonna be they ain't gonna do nothing but keep on killing folks. Because they gonna keep on lowering the vibration because it's winter. The winter is coming. The sun is not coming out as much. It's literally a disorder for this. It's called sad. People are more inclined to be sad in the winter. So you need to do everything to protect your energy, because Takeoff is not the last big person that we're gonna hear. He's not. So with that being said, man, we gonna talk, we're gonna chop it up tomorrow. Y'all have a good day. Once again, protect y'all energy. And I'm out.